call to order at 6:12.
Second.
There we go. All right. March 27th minutes. Anybody have any thoughts on the matter? Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay. Second, third, and fourth. All right, very good. Any public comment? We have no public. Oh, thank you for closing that. Better.
Hey guys, can you just tell me who's absent?
We have no Tom and no Diana.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Increase. I'm just gonna go through the agenda as I have it. I did add a couple things as they came up like this week, but so increasing recycling updates. We're working still on the film plastic. Has anything come of that with Beecher being the pilot, or other than signing up? It's a slow moving process.
Nothing yet. It's a slow moving process.
That's fine. And then the pill bottles, also a slow moving. So no, there's no updates on any of that. Okay, fantastic. We're done with that item. Updates on Earth Day. Okay, there's lots of updates on that too. Yeah. So we gave all the exhibitors hard deadlines of this week. The majority of them actually behaved and did their and got their forms in. Yay! We have 42 exhibits. We have an additional nope, that's the wrong thing. We have an additional 12 businesses / farms, which I think there's another farm or two that still hasn't handed in the thing that keeps telling me they're going to. That is the little farm on the hill in Bethany, and then also off center. She hasn't handed in either, but she said she was going to. She said it was like very specific how like she couldn't be there, so she was sending somebody else. Yeah. She just hasn't filled out the form.
And I've been there and
yeah, like she's definitely part of it. So, and same thing with the little farm on the hill. Like they've told me exactly what they're selling and how they have the permits for it. Like they just haven't actually done the form, but nonetheless, so that's good. So that makes it that we have at least, I think, 4 farms doing the little farmers market, which I think will be great. That's like a nice, intimate, cute area that's not sad with like 2 and it's not overwhelming. It'll be fine with the 4. And then we have a lot of exhibits. So so that's something plus or minus like 50-ish exhibits. There might be a couple that are actually duplicated because some people actually filled out both things accidentally. And there's maybe like 1 or 2 that actually are not being there for the day, but they still filled it out because they were taking part in some other way, like Sleeping Giant Coffee was going to give a discount, but not actually be there. So anyway, it's a great turnout of vendors and exhibits and wonderful things, and a lot of people. They're all super different. I would say the most common thing is people are giving out seeds or seed bombs or seed packets or seeds, something with seeds. But other than that, everything that everybody's doing is completely different. So, which is very exciting and should be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Are you, you know you have a commitment from some political groups too?
Do you mean the Republican Town Committee and the Woodbridge Democratic Committee?
Yes.
Yes, we have commitments from both of them.
Okay, and you know, everybody's looking for volunteers, that's all I'm supposed to say. Okay.
Do you mean those tables want volunteers to help them specifically?
Yes.
Okay.
If anybody else, obviously we can't, but if anybody else is so inclined,
right.
They just want us to spread the word.
Okay. Yes, well, so we are collecting, in regards to, in general, volunteers, so we, for our own purposes of running the event, are collecting volunteers. So if you hear anybody who just wants to help with the event, they can be at any age. Like, literally the volunteer form has it that they're like under 13 and helping. Like, because then we'll just put them in an appropriate spot for that kind of thing. And then, you know, anywhere, and we just, so on it, it's age divided of like under 13.
Age appropriate.
Yeah, so, and then like over 21, because that would mean that they could work in the beer garden should that work out. So we are doing that. We have about, I think, I can tell you those numbers. That's 7 volunteers currently. There's actually more than that because there's a bunch of like 8th grade boys that I know are helping. They just didn't actually sign up on that thing. But then again, they're also 8th grade boys, so they're not perhaps somebody that we're going to put like leading something. So we are gathering volunteers for that and looking for what different people's preferences are for where they want to be or what their specific skill sets are. There's an array of volunteer opportunities, like we are going to need people like monitoring. We're going to close off a couple of the parking lots, like next to the police station and the Newton Library parking lot there. Those will be closed off. They will need an attendant. Maybe that can be an 8th grade boy, honestly. So somebody just to say like, yes, you are on here in police business or a handicap parking or here for the drug drop off. Yes, you can park here or no, you can't. So we need people of all things. So it's not just other volunteer positions currently. We need people to take money for the beer garden. We need people to help with the free cycle. We need people, and that's like greeting and exit survey for that. What are other?
So Leslie and I are doing the
You're doing the
welcome.
regular welcome table here at the town hall. It'll be in front of the town hall. It'll be
Okay.
like welcome to the event. Also sustainability committee.
Can we do, I don't know if I mentioned this before, can we do something like sign up and give us your email?
Yes, absolutely.
And we'll give you a number for each person that signs up, and then I'll donate a free pizza or something.
So we actually are. That could be part of the like scavenger hunt prizes or something like that. It could even be like whoever signs up for the sustainability mailing list. That's a great idea. That could be one of our for the more adult version. So there will be that. So yes,
or a
absolutely.
plant, you know, I can have.
Yeah, we'll have some
something.
kind of prize.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of all the people who sign up, we pick randomly. But yeah, so it's gonna be sign up for the newsletter. It's gonna be sign up for if they want to sign up for the Blue Earth Compost. We'll have the information there for them. Do the survey if they haven't already done the survey.
Right.
We'll have that
Okay.
QR code for
Okay.
you. We will also have the compost barrels.
Yep.
It's a very busy job. Sorry.
Yeah.
The compost
We're
barrels.
gonna be busy, Leslie.
You're gonna be busy. You will not be bored on this day.
I also purchased something for giveaways. I think my stickers are probably depleted by now.
Oh, actually, there's still a play. You got so many
There's still-
you
there's
did
still
such a good
some.
job. You got some. But yeah, any whatever
These
whatever
are
you can.
bookmarks, and I don't know if you can see them.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see them, but they're all recycled. They're for Earth Day, and they have all little,
Great.
slogans
Perfect.
on them,
Great.
the Earth reduced it. Anyway,
So
and
we'll,
they come with these nifty recycled green ribbons that you can put through them. So I've got, let's see, I've got 400 of them.
okay,
So
fantastic.
if you want those, I'll be happy to donate those. as
Okay.
well. I'm not sure if you want to do it if people make a pledge or whatever as a reward. I don't know, whatever.
We can work on that.
Yeah.
So, but the compost barrels, they're the ones that we're selling on the website, but we have 4 physical ones there too to show off.
To show.
In theory, somebody could buy those as
Yeah.
well.
Mhm.
In theory, those could also be a giveaway
Yeah.
too.
Oh.
Because they were purchased already, and that
Yeah.
purchasing is done
Yeah.
for those ones, and we can't sell those. Like the other ones are being sold by a vendor.
Yeah.
It's not like
So these are
you know,
sold.
it's different. We would
Yeah.
have to sell them for the same price. You
And it
know,
would
like
go to-
they're kind of like in an in-between land. We could also give them to Human Services to give out that way.
Yeah.
But either way, but we have them as a demonstration, which
Okay.
is
All right.
exciting too.
Yeah.
That's that.
But I guess we could also, if people are excited about getting a free compost bin, we could decide.
We
that.
can decide, right?
Yeah,
we
we
can
could-
decide. So I
like-
think by the 24th, at our next meeting on the 24th, I think that's what we need to figure out. What are all the prizes that we have? We can
Yeah.
keep gathering them in the next couple weeks.
Mhm.
Gather all the prizes. Figure out,
Mhm.
actually like make a list of all of them, and then figure out, well, what are the things?
Hillary,
Yes, dear.
quick question.
Yes.
You called it compost barrels. Did you mean compost bin and rain barrels, or it's literally
No.
compost bin?
So for sale are compost barrels, rain barrels, the tumblers, all sorts of things. What we have are the Earth Machine. If you ever saw it, it's like a upside down trash can, sort of it looks like, but larger.
Yeah.
That's what was for sale a long time ago, so that's what's left over from that prior sale. And I've heard 4 of them exist somewhere on this campus. And we're
Thank you.
trying to track them down so that we can show it. Because I think people do better when they can see something too. So, and what you would do for selling those is just direct people to the website. I mean, it's not like you're taking money or anything like that. It's just you're gonna say like, here's where you do, just like Blue Earth. It can be like, if you want to sign up, there's the sign up for that. Like it's
Yeah.
you're not actually having to
Yeah.
do. It's just directing people really.
Yeah. Directing people.
And then in general, of course, there's this is Earth Day. This is where the different things are. We're gonna figure out if we are gonna have maps of any kind to give out, or if we have a QR code that we can have people scan to see it on their own phone, or we'll figure out that part by then as well.
Yeah.
But it will be, here's the general, and just so everybody is aware too, the general timeline is probably around 9 o'clock is when people will start setting up. So 9:30ish, that's set up because everything starts at 10. 9 o'clock though is also the Tai Chi. Bill Bannock is doing Tai Chi that people can sign up for as a early bird sort of thing. And there's a dog park play date and some other play dates for kids before at 9 o'clock. 10 o'clock is when it all kicks off here. So that's when there'll be a welcome by Mika Cardozo. There'll be the Beecher Choir will then sing the national anthem. Is that what they're singing, or something festive
Something
to start the
exciting.
day? They're singing. They will be singing. So, and that's what will kick us off. So between 10 and 3, that is the bulk of the exhibits. The free cycle is 10 to 2. All the exhibits, the farmers markets, different walks and stuff, Cyril the Sorcerer, those are all 10 to 3 within that time. But music and food, and then beer garden is also within, I think I want to say 11:30 to 3, and then no more alcohol after 3. Food and music continue until 5. So, and meet your neighbors on the green sort of situation for everyone to relax, and everything gets cleaned up during that time as well. So, but we invite everyone, so if they do have exhibits or anything, we say we invite you to stick around, hang out, enjoy the music.
Should we have the beer till 3:30?
We cannot alter the permit plan.
Okay.
So,
Only because it doesn't give any of the exhibitors a chance to go get one.
alas, that is the permit plan. We had to submit it already and get it approved.
I thought we were doing 4.
So,
Okay.
no, it was 3. That was how we even got more time, and so
They'll be fine.
yes, they will be. It will be okay. That just means that's the time we're selling it. So, all right, back to my agenda. So, okay, that's those updates. In terms of food trucks and the beer garden and stuff, so we have Micro Creamery is confirmed. What was the other one? Bake Hooray, which is a bakery and coffee truck, is confirmed. Lucky Larry said he'd do it today. I almost had to tell everybody. I was like so excited when he called me and left me a message. I was like, oh, I love you, Lucky Larry.
What's Lucky with that?
He's the bus guy, the bus.
Awesome.
Which I haven't been able to get a hold of him. Apparently he's been like traveling or something. That's the message he left me. I was
Awesome.
like, I don't care what you've been doing, Larry, but I am just, you're my favorite person today. So,
So he's
because
coming.
he is
with a
gonna,
food
he
truck?
will do the food truck. He has his appointment to do his fingerprinting and everything.
Do
We
you know
have
how
been,
much that is?
what?
Fingerprinting?
No, you asked me last night. I still don't know.
I know, I didn't know. You said he has an appointment. He might know.
Oh, I didn't actually talk to him. He just left me a message. So we've been facing some challenges in in food truck vendors willing to do the process of Woodbridge. So we've shared that with the administration. They're seeing if they can do anything about it, but we're sort of
I've
already here.
asked many parents at conferences today if they know anybody,
Yeah.
so they're all thinking.
Yes, and I reached out to NEBCO to ask what ones do they use. The trouble is when it's on private property, you don't have to face the same regulations, whereas any town property you do. So we need people who are willing to do, so we need to know, like, anyone who's ever gone through rec, because that would be the same process,
Right,
so
yeah.
we know they're willing to
You
do
have
it.
to do extra chores.
So we know Lucky.
There's still more cleaning to do here.
Alyssa, can you mute?
Oh, sorry. I'm muted.
I think your assistant there unmuted you. But Larry was familiar already with the process. He's done it before, so he was like, I've already made my appointment. I'm all set. I want to be there. Please include me. And I was like, oh, Larry.
Perfect.
So the other thing, I think we had talked about this last time. We do also have the opportunity. Bill's Carousel Ice Cream is going to be donating free ice cream for our volunteers, so we will set that up. That's for the volunteers. They still have to tell me the timing that they wanted to do that. Ilkner had said that they thought perhaps they'd only be here for like an hour or whatever it is. Like, hey, it's free ice cream. We'll get there. Like we will make it happen. That is that. I am waiting. So one of the items that we will be spending our money on. So by the way, we at the moment have a little over $4,000 in sponsor money. It currently but we also, first I was feeling like, yay, that's so much.
Yeah,
That's a lot of money. Okay, everybody, so one, that is a lot of money. Everybody's done a really good job, and thank you. Yay.
Yay.
For all the
Yeah.
hoofing it into all the stores and all the emails and all the asking people that we know. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's paid off. But we also are spending a lot of money too. So just like Serial the Sorcerer costs money, the paper shredding costs money. Each of these things are like almost $1,000 in themselves. So like it goes fast. I just put the order in for the signs this morning. I sent that out in the email too, saying everybody like, so think of so we're allowed to put them on town. So we have 50-yard signs. We have 6 A-frames that go in the specific intersections. They actually have homes where they live, I guess. And then we'll have a banner. The banner is going to go in the triangle. I'm so disoriented in every building here, but yeah,
But the triangle.
The triangle. Everybody knows the triangle in front of the firehouse. That's where that goes. As soon as it comes back, which should be either Friday or Monday, that's where that will go. The A-frames will go where they go. The 50-yard signs, we can decide where they're going. So if you think of other town property that is not any of those things, that we can put there. We're clear to do that already because we're a town committee apparently. But they can also go on any private property. So if you have friends that live on Amity Road or Center Road and Senior Road, we will take you. So you
By
know,
the cemetery, right?
yeah. So like.
I'm now down by closer to Newton.
Okay.
So yeah,
By
exactly.
the cemetery.
So right, like so we wanna hit all of those.
Yeah. Peck and the cemetery.
Yep. Yeah. That's a good corner.
Country club.
Yeah.
A lot of sleeping people there.
All those ones. Yeah. I bet Katie Irwin. She lives right across from there. I bet she would let us do hers.
Okay, well, but we can do.
You can do country club. Anyway. Yeah. So
Will you be using the medians, they use?
yes, the A-frames. Those are already. Those are not included. We have those, and those will go up as well. So we don't have to. And actually, we end up with an extra A-frame because one of the A-frames, apparently of the 6 A-frames that exist, one of them is for the triangle, which we have the banner. So if you can think of another good spot for another A-frame, if there's a
Beecher?
I always get.
yeah right, Beecher might be the best one.
Yeah.
Political parties to put a lawn sign, and that's fine with me because I have a cutoff street. I'm half Orange, half Woodbridge, and everybody comes from 34 in the commuter parking lot down my street. So
Okay.
they
Oh,
always
okay, I
have
know where you are then.
signs.
Yeah.
So I would be happy to host.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll have 50 of them, so we can divvy those up. I will contact everybody as soon as I get them, and then we just have to hook them up with the H-frames that I also have, and I think who else had? Did you have H-frame or somebody else?
can.
Okay. I just didn't.
DCO has them.
Okay.
You know people?
Yeah. You know a guy.
I know locations.
Okay. I think I probably have 50 of them, but if I don't, so we'll be
I know a
putting
guy.
them together and then doling them out. So get ready in the next less than a week to get ready to stake some signs. I don't think we have to do the other ones. I think Public Works does the other ones for us. All right, that's that. But I was talking about the money thing. So yeah, so
Wait, where are the A-frames going?
A-frames. I have the addresses for all. It's like all along Racebrook. It's like every Racebrook intersection. So Racebrook and Rimmon, Racebrook and Amity, Racebrook and Sonia.
So by Blue Check,
Yes. Yeah.
by Beecher and Sonia Road, they put one there.
Yeah.
Rimmon and Sonia,
And-
they usually put something there.
Yeah. It's everything is Racebrook. Honestly, it's funny. And then there's one we can do an optional one on Lucy Street. Anyway, I'll give you the address, or you'll see them because it'll be up, and you'll be like, there it is again.
Text me if you need anything.
Thank you, darling.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, and then Nita, Laura has to leave to go to another meeting. I don't know that goes on the minutes or not, but nonetheless, that's where she's going. So anyway, so the signs are another almost $1,000. So we're, as you see, we're like hitting our budget fast here. And then there was like the alcohol permit was $50. There's a few other little things here and there that were like, oh, the QR code was another 70, the website, the domain. The other thing we did is, if you guys noticed on the new flyer, Lana had the genius idea to redirect, because our website is the library website, which is not something anyone's ever going to type in. I mean, certainly you could Google it, but you weren't ever going to type in those words, so we have it, it's on the flyers now. It says woodbridgeearthday.org. We were able to purchase that domain for a fraction of what it cost for the stupid QR code in the first place. The librarians were like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that. And we were able to purchase that, and so we'll have that for the next year. We can keep doing that, and we will redirect to whatever our website is for this, whether it stays at the library or if the town ends up owning the website portion of it, or if we make our own, if they have us do that at some point. But either way, we have the same web address, which is woodbridgeearthday.org, which is really easy to remember and type in no matter what, presuming you can spell those words. The other big money thing that I am waiting on is I want to wait till the alcohol permit actually goes through before reserving the tent for the beer garden, because it's also another $1,000 for the tent and all the accoutrements that go with the tent of the sides and the tables and the I think it's really just sides and tables and chairs that go with some of the tables. So it's like 800 and change of money, which is a lot, and if we're not having the beer there, I don't think we need to spend that on food area. I think that's sufficient. It's only if we're having the beer. So that I am waiting, because I did confirm with the person who gave the best price for the tent rental, it is non-refundable if we put that money down. If at this point they were like, it's so close that if you're up, you get, if you were to book it today and then cancel today, I'd give you half back. But if it's like a week of the event, you get nothing. And I was like, oh, all right, I'll be checking to make sure my permit goes through first. Thank you. Which he was fine with. This actually, I'm very excited by this vendor. If anyone's wondering, like, if you ever get a tent vendor, this guy is super responsive. Like, I emailed him, he emailed me right back, which makes me feel like if anything goes wrong with the tent, like, he's gonna be on it. So, I like people who respond.
Leslie, do you know when you'll know about the permit, alcohol permit?
Not me.
No, not Leslie.
Or Hillary?
So the current,
Yes.
it is in this building, awaiting signature right now. There's a Board of Selectmen meeting going on at the same moment where the lawyers, apparently the town attorneys, were going to be looking it over, not in the meeting, they just happened to be there, and that's how we knew this was all happening tonight. So we should have some answer tomorrow that yes, it's been signed and sent in.
Cool.
And
Because
that's,
hopefully,
once it's to the state, I think
If it
we're
takes long and if you have to pay extra for the tent rental, hopefully they'll cover the difference.
oh, you mean if I was gonna book it later, would they make me pay more? I don't think, so I just need to know that the permit is in, because I don't, like, just from what I see of the permit process and everything that other alcohol selling people have told me, is that, like, it's fine, and the state has actually made this a little more streamlined. So I don't doubt that we'll get the permit if we just get it to the state, but it has to leave Woodbridge first. So I need to know that it's like, then I will feel much better about it. So, because if it's here during the event, it didn't do anything. So that's that. We do have our lineup of musical acts, which is fantastic. We have the Beecher Chorus. We have young lady Flynn Ayers, who sings and plays a guitar and keyboard by herself as a solo act. Then following that, we have Meacham and Hutchinson, who are a fabulous duo. If you've caught both of these acts have been at the library unplugged before, so it's possible you've caught them, but they're both great. I would say Meacham and Hutchinson, they're a little kind of folkish. Would you give it?
She posted many of the songs she'll be
I know,
doing. If you
I was, yes.
click into
I know.
Facebook, you can see.
I'm loving that.
But yeah, a little bit folkish, and she's
Yeah.
gonna have a lot of third grade singing with them.
Yes, they were going to invite some kids up to sing, which I thought was a great interactive kind of thing. And I loved that she was super excited about it too. That made me happy. So, and then after her, then we have our West Rock band is really after that, but their opening act is a kid band who I got a preview of today, which I will share with anyone who wants to see it. We won't make it on the video for posterity, but it's fantastic. They're so cute. It's the kids of one of the members of West Rock band, and they are 7 and 9. And they're actually pretty good, okay? So, and they're enthusiastic, which is even better, but they look great, and they sound great. So, that should be wonderful. So it's them, and then after them is Sound Effect, the I keep calling them a cappella, but they're not actually a cappella. A
Yeah.
singing group, we will call them. Mostly singing group, but possibly musical accompaniment. And then after that is
Well,
the
they
hangman.
usually have electric piano, some kind of drum.
No, I
like-
never noticed the other instruments. I'm just so captivated by their voices. I don't
Yeah,
notice the
they're
instruments.
amazing, but she usually has an electric piano with her that they play with. So
So this sound effect singing group, and then last one is the Hangmen, which is another rock. I would say it sounds like it's going to be somewhat similar genre to West Rock Band in terms of like covers of rock and 90s and 80s and stuff, you know. So they should all be wonderful. So the music, again, that music goes till 5. And then the food trucks will as well. Locations of all activities. We need to work on this, of saying where everything's going to be.
Yay!
It's actually just a Google Map printout. I thought it was something fancier than that, but it's
okay, so
turns out,
we could
yeah,
have done.
we could have done it.
If I ever had time, like in the middle of the night.
No,
Last
but
night,
I thought it
didn't
was
have
like
this with me.
official. It looked. They like took it out of a folder and made it seem like it was like, here's the sacred map. They wouldn't let me touch it before. I swear it was like, dun dun. Turned out it was just a Google printout, and they gave it to me. So yeah. Anyway, nonetheless, I have it. So now we need to. Though, by the way, it's not actually accurate because it actually has a driveway instead of the parking lot on Newton Road. So I was like, where's the? I couldn't find the parking lot. The parking lots aren't on here anywhere.
Google Maps.
But it's close enough. No, but this is Google. You mean like the actual like real
They would
version?
have, yeah, Google Maps would have the parking lots. No?
This is Google Maps,
Okay.
but it's not the other
The
version.
terrain.
Yeah, the terrain version. Anyway, yeah. So we need to. We're going to for those at home. We are going to map out exactly where we want tables to be. So if you have strong feelings about it, let anyone know.
Yeah, I want to look at the. You know, I'm going to have strong feelings.
I know you have strong feelings about it. You have a very strong spatial feeling.
Yeah, but didn't we do a Google Map already?
Yeah, but that was
We
for
were
like.
scrapping it?
No, that was for location of all different things.
Okay.
Yes,
This
that was all
is
the
kind of to
outside
plot out
things.
tables.
Yeah.
The
Are you
exhibits.
going to be doing it in sections, you know, like, remember I had asked you about land trust and,
Yes, so that's what we're gonna, like, this gets down to, like, honestly, I see us, like, cutting out tables and, like, putting a name on it and being like, this, like
Yep.
we're playing, like, Risk or something, you know, and being like, this table's going here, wait,
Wedding
this
planning.
one has to be together, okay, we have to keep these, you know, like,
Yeah.
that's what, it's not gonna be pretty, it's gonna be tedious.
It's going to be the best we can do.
But it's gonna be, you know, like,
but
we
it's clusters of similar things.
exactly,
right?
well, so there's some people where one person is running 2 tables, so like they have to be together, you know, it's not like,
Right,
and in
yeah.
some regard, I know that Land Trust had requested to be near
Garden club.
Garden Club because they felt they were similar. Honestly, there's a lot of similar things, so don't worry, they won't ever be.
They're going to be sharing some kind of a pollinator pathway and seed swap. And
Okay.
They actually have an activity they plan.
Great. So like things like that, so we'll try to keep
Well,
all
they
those.
need to give that information.
They requested it, and just without those details.
No, the details are important because it may not happen
Right.
if.
Right, if we don't know that.
Yeah, if we don't know there's an important
But now we
reason, it may not happen.
So
So tell them to send in the details.
it's okay. Now we know it. I knew their request already, and now we know what the reasoning is behind it, and we'll figure that out. So that's that part. The donation trucks, I did make the. I drew out for the permit application or the approval for the using the high school parking lot. We had to submit another map drawing of where exactly we were going to put the recycling trucks. I did that and gave it to them. So we should end the flow of traffic. So it's all marked out in a beautiful drawing for them. And then, so that should all be in, and that should be set. The only thing I think they're waiting for is the certificate of insurance from at least the electronics truck. And unless, that's what they told me they were waiting for, but I don't think they've gotten pro shreds either. But anyway, but otherwise that should be all set up. So all of the recycling trucks except for Mattress will be at the high school. Mattress will be at the old firehouse. Leslie, for you to know when you're directing people from the welcome table.
Where's the mattress one?
Old firehouse.
And you'll have a map.
Oh, that's the only one that's there.
That's the only one at the old firehouse, and the reasoning for it is because they don't work on the weekends, and so they have to drop off the receptacle for the, to collect the mattresses on Friday and pick it up Monday, and that was not suitable for the high school, being that they have, high school going on during those times.
Okay.
So.
Oh, that's
So-
good to know.
Yes, and it actually is fine. Like it's a fine location to be able to do that. It does have a little drive-through-ish type area. It'll work out swimmingly. We just that is the one part. Another volunteer opportunities. I do think we're probably gonna have to have somebody there to sort of help people unload, because mattresses are complicated when you're alone. So that's that.
I didn't mind by myself.
I have no doubt you did. You
Like
probably
most
did like
people, if they're
3.
gonna unload a mattress, they would bring a helper.
Or
Because
be
they
capable.
I will just
Is
tell
it
you,
cool
2
that-
people already asked about it.
Really?
Who's going to help me unload it? Because I don't have anybody. So
how are they loading it?
that was my question too. That's
Yeah.
what I said. 'Cause
Well,
people at the library
honestly,
already asked.
It's their,
I know. I was
if
like,
we
if you
have
can
money,
get it,
great.
you can get.
but it's their
Yeah.
problem, and
Right.
they are welcome to not do it there and pay the $30 to do it
Yeah.
elsewhere.
Exactly. I know, because my concern too is like, I don't want it to be like an 8th grade boy over there and they get hurt or something.
Right, I
you
would
know,
say
like, we can't have
liability,
volunteers getting
it may
hurt.
be that we can't have someone
yeah.
actually help.
Right. Right,
So
right.
you need
And that's the
someone
same
old
thing
enough
for
to
the
say,
other
"I'm not
recycling
allowed."
trucks too, of like, for the people who are over there directing traffic and doing whatever, like, I think you don't help people, like, you direct them. You're not
Exactly.
helping them because you don't want to be
Yeah,
liable.
you just say, I'm not allowed.
I'm not allowed because of liability. That's going to be the sentence. Maybe we should have that'll go across. And I
Just
did
go to
get
the
those.
lanyard.
Yeah, but I did get those yellow vests too. We have, I think 4 of them or whatever from Buy Nothing with the bright yellow, super bright yellow. So those can be for the traffic directors over there, and for maybe the parking lot attendants, and again, the people who we have to make sure they're not getting hit by cars.
Yeah, those
So.
people.
Yeah, we like to keep them safe.
Where is the exhibit list of all these?
It is in the
42.
original spreadsheet, and the tabs, I made them alphabetical now. So
That's why they moved.
yes.
Yeah,
I was having some trouble finding
I
them.
moved one on the library one
Yes.
because if people are looking for, I didn't like that the JCC's food was way down here, but the other non-perishable was there.
Oh, that part's fine. I don't care about that. I'm just
And-
saying on the bottom tab, I mean,
Oh, that,
because I couldn't
and-
find the tabs.
I got rid of some words because like pill bottle is more important than,
Okay, but here, keep in mind that
I know it's already there, but
no. So one, it is a PDF, but also because I can't link to a spreadsheet that has a tab because it goes to the overall spreadsheet.
No,
So
I
I
know.
actually copied it into its alone spreadsheet, and that's what it's linked to if anybody is linking just to the thing, that is what the
so
town
you
is
need
doing.
to fix it, cause
Yes.
I don't know if you shared you didn't share the alone.
No, I just shared it with Allison because
Yeah,
she was the
so
one
you need
doing
to go change that
Okay.
one. But there's certain words, because if
So
you're
yeah, so anytime
searching
you do
for
that,
it,
tell me.
you don't need durable, you need medical equipment.
Oh, but that's actually that's its actual name. But
It's not.
yes, it is. No, it is. Like
Oh.
according to Human Services, it is. Like it's a thing.
Well, it says it in
I didn't
the,
make up the name.
it's okay, but it says it in the description.
Okay,
No one's gonna look under D for medical equipment.
I would say, but Jeanette had a lot of feelings about what was written on there, and it was changed to be what she wanted to. She had already requested specific changes after it first went out.
Alright, I'm gonna
So-
switch it back, but she's not gonna get stuff that way.
That might be true.
That's fine,
Um,
you can switch
A
it back.
designated parking spot for the e-mobile?
Yes, that's also going near the old firehouse, but on the other side, not on the driving side of it. We'll just drive it onto the grassish area there. That's not very grassy. So
There's a lot of parking lot on the other side.
Yeah.
I don't need to be on the grass.
Okay, that is that. The parking lot closing off, which Public Works and Police have approved. We are going to close off, I think we reviewed this before, we're going to close off the parking lot that's next to the police station and keep that for handicapped, drug drop-off, any police business, obviously, and EMS. And we will have a volunteer there letting people in and out of caution tape or whatever we put over it. Then also we're going to block off the Newton Road library parking lot because the librarians need someplace to park. So that will be blocked off for them. For any other, and same thing with the other one, loading and unloading of exhibits if people need to park closer to get whatever their stuff is out. And overflow handicap is going to be there.
Where's the general public parking?
General public is parking everywhere else, so all the town hall parking, all around, all the in front of the church, around those slanty spots. And then overflow goes into the Amity High School.
Oh, okay.
Which is why we're having a lot of extra handicapped accessible here for anybody with mobility issues. So it doesn't necessarily, when I say handicapped, that doesn't mean they necessarily have to have the blue tag. It means like, I can't walk from the high school. So.
And we're gonna have to go over that with whoever's doing that,
Exactly,
because
yeah.
if they don't have the blue tag, how do they know?
Right.
Or
Blue
red. I have a red one right now. But okay. That's temporary.
They don't have a tag.
Yes. All right. Let's see. We already went over the budget and all their money that is disappearing quickly. So along those lines, if you keep following up or asking if you think that somebody hasn't been approached for sponsorship and might be interested, we still can spend more money. We would love to be able to gift our performers things if, that aren't being paid. But we can't if we have no budget left. All right, Lana, where are we on thank yous for sponsors?
I sent them all. I just realized there's 6 more, so I'll send the rest. But yeah, and I just sent the new guy that just
Fantastic.
donated. But yeah, they're out. No responses. I think they're emailing
They
me
just
directly.
accepted it. Oh no, that was just, she
That's
just
just the
mentioned she
one,
got
yeah.
it.
But yeah, they're out, and I'll periodically check the list and start sending out. So though there's 6 more to do, I'll do that tonight.
Fantastic, thank you.
The chorus is gonna sing Star Spangled Banner, and I'd like to teach the world to sing.
Fantastic.
Beautiful.
The other thing, I think everyone is aware, Nita, you may, I can't remember who I've told what now at this point. My brain hasn't stopped working a while ago. We crashed the library website with our webpage. So it is not up to date right now. So when anyone looks and says, why does it say it's only till 3 when it's going till 5? Or why is my exhibit still not up there? It actually was, all the exhibits were up there for like 5 minutes. And then it crashed the whole Woodbridge Library site. So they had to revert, they got the regular, obviously, website back up, which was their own, how to check out books, which was more important than one day. And our website got back up, but it's reverted back to a prior form that is no longer accurate, but Jen at the library is working very fabulously and wonderfully to get it back up to its most glorious state in a way that won't crash it again. So she's working with IT about that, and also she, this is now public knowledge, she is leaving before Earth Day. She's actually taken another position. So unfortunately, she's leaving us, but she is fabulous and wonderful and really going above and beyond to try to get as much of this done before she leaves. And we really, truly appreciate that. So, the promotions are up. I told the library this too, I did put like a Band-Aid since the website is not working fabulously. I did make a Band-Aid and post it on Facebook to thank all of our sponsors. Which I gotta put that guy on, this guy. So I did put a thing there thanking our sponsors, and then also posted with the sponsors the promotions that are going on, which I will read to everyone right now, because you were hoping to find out. Cy Equine, who is the horses in Bethany, but the lady lives in Woodbridge. She's doing 20% off her horse and unicorn visits that she does, and free manure if anybody wants it, which everybody should get it. I should actually get free manure from her all the time. I don't know why I don't. You just have to go pick it up yourself. which is easy, and her horses are lovely. I can vouch for them. Pants for Peanuts, which, after confusion on the library's parts, it's pants for small, thin, tall children. They thought it was like cheap pants, like I'm giving you peanuts and you give me pants. I was like, I never thought of that because I already knew what it was before I knew it. So it is tall, skinny children pants. And that she has
string beans.
Yeah, I know. I think she wanted to be alliterative. Nonetheless, they have a special 10 buy 2 regular price items, receive $10 off your total. And that she even did it till the end of May, which is extra wonderful. Code Earth Day 10. Very nice of her. Sleeping Giant is doing, they're not coming, so both Saya Queen and Pants for Peanuts will have exhibits at our Earth Day. Sleeping Giant Coffee is not having an exhibit, but still being awesome and doing 10% all bags of coffee purchased in store for the month of April for this, which, again, I'm so thankful for these people. Mathnasium of Milford, it is in Milford, but the owner lives in Woodbridge, and so she's done 150 off new enrollment, and she will be at the Earth Day festival or event. And she came up with, because we had said, what in the world can you do that's sustainable about math? And she totally did. She has this whole thing of how to calculate the different things. Like, check out the exhibit file. Or I guess she's technically a vendor or business, so it's on the business one. She has a whole, like, formula of, like, how to calculate all these different things using math and being sustainable. I was like, high five, lady. That was fantastic. Awesome. Yeah, way to go. You got the assignment.
What was the business name?
That's Mathnasium of Milford. It is a chain, so there's other Mathnasiums, so I want to make sure she gets the credit as the person, it is specifically the Milford one. Stillwater's Fine Art is doing 15% off sales. That is a local lady who paints, so she does prints and cards and things like that. She will have a table at the Woodbridge Earth Day to demonstrate and show off her art, but not to sell it. You have to do that at a different time. New England Brewery is doing $2 off pints. I believe, so I added the Earth Day to they had put it, and really all these other things should be for the entire month of April, and I don't think they actually meant for the whole month of April, because that would be a long time of a lot, significant discount. And they mentioned somewhere else that they were like during it, and I was like, I think you only meant for the day. So I'm making that just for the day, so they don't like accidentally talk themselves into losing a lot of money. So again, if you know any businesses, or even if they're home cottage businesses or anything, we'd love to include them in these promotions. Anybody can join at any time. We're already 10 days into April, but that's okay. So absolutely have them contact us. We'll get them on this list, and hopefully we want to encourage buying local. And knowing all the cool businesses that are in Woodbridge, because there's a lot of cool things that I'm learning about just by doing this. Okay, that is that. Scavenger hunt. Where are we with our scavenger hunt?
That's a really good question. Has anybody looked at it?
No.
Where's the thing on it?
Business. I mean, I know people are. On the exhibit
it's a
forms
separate
and stuff.
thing,
People.
right?
Yeah, I gave you a separate.
My thing's about to die.
Or somebody did. Gave you a separate.
Yeah, I started writing some ideas, but then we were talking, and I'm not sure what our final thought process.
People are submitting questions.
Is on it. Where are they
Is it
submitting
called
them
bingo?
They're on the exhibit forms. Well, that's what we have to decide.
to? Yeah,
Is it
but we
scavenger
don't
hunt? Is it bingo?
have
Is it
those
what?
forms.
Yes, you do. You have the list. It's on the exhibit forms, the spreadsheet.
Oh, you're putting the.
No, it's there. It was part of the original questions. You just have to keep scrolling to the right. It's there.
Okay.
So on some of them, on some didn't, and I did. In my file, I sent a follow-up email to anybody who had registered before this week as an exhibit and said, again, let us know, please. I hope you can bring your own table, which everyone's like, no, and can I have 5 tables? I was like, no. That's why would I be able to give you 5 if I'm saying, like, no one can have any. But we're going to do our best. We're going to do our best, and the library just bought a few extras, too, to try to help. Like, we're all doing our best. If anyone has tables at home, maybe we can make a deal that we can drop them off here like the week ahead of time or something, because I can't bring all these things like on the day. So
There it is.
So anyway, I sent that email out and asked again for questions. A couple people did send new questions and maybe even additional
There's
ones.
only 3 in here.
Okay, I maybe have like 2 more.
Wait, there's a couple more on the bottom.
But we're calling it bingo.
We might not. That's
Right.
what we were discussing.
So let's brainstorm here with all these brains.
That if you're doing bingo, it makes it very hard to write a big question or write a big answer in the same space.
Well, the question is, do you have to write it? I guess so. Let's step back and say what is the purpose of this for everybody? What the purpose is, right?
To learn some sustainability stuff.
Yeah, learn about Woodbridge, learn sustainability
And-
stuff that's happening down that day.
Yeah, I feel the interacting is nice but not necessary.
Yeah, I agree.
That's not the point of it.
Right,
It's
and I think it excludes people too
yes,
who
it's to learn
have
things.
issues talking to people.
So, bingo doesn't really do that unless you have to interact, which
Mhm.
isn't
Right.
fair for the shy people. I wouldn't do it.
So, do we want to? I mean, the one I did in Hamden, that was just questions and you wrote in answers. It was just
Right.
a piece of paper. It wasn't any. It was just.
Yeah, well, so
What's
it
the name
could be
of-
just, one idea is every single exhibit can have, we can which we want to section them off anyway based on what they are, because that'll help us plan
Okay.
where everything's going. Whether we want them all together or we don't want them
Right.
together doesn't matter, but you need to see how
Yeah.
many there are to
At least we
decide.
know, yeah.
So it's kind of by section, and then it would say where they're located, and it would have the question they have to answer for it. And
Yeah.
some of them can be questions that you literally have to go there in order to
Right.
find it out, like the artist.
Right.
It
Right.
might simply be,
Name an artist in Woodbridge.
who's the artist that
Yeah.
draws the paintings at whatever exhibit. It might be something where they're actually learning it, and honestly, if they Google it and they can answer it through Google, so what? They
Right.
learned the answer, which was kind of the point.
Yeah. And I would say,
And most
to
of
me,
them
as
you
long
can't.
as all of them aren't Googled, like that
Right.
just seems
And,
lame
right.
if they are.
And
But as
most
long
of
as
them
theirs are.
aren't, and nobody's gonna do that.
And you don't when I went to this other event, and it was like it was like intense. You had to talk to every person, and it was like tedious by the end of like, oh god, another one, we gotta go like get this specific answer. And, it was
then
like, it was a lot.
and then we talked originally. We had all talked about having like groups and categories. Like if you answered 5, if you answered 10,
Yeah.
there were certain ones that you had to do, which we can have. They could be like these 5 you have to do in order to turn it in, and then it's how many. And if Hillary was talking about kind of drawing throughout the day,
Yeah.
and if that's the case, your prize is based on, like, you're not going to read them all, but whatever one you draw, they answered 10,
Yeah.
their prize comes from the 10 pull.
Right. Right.
And if there's no more 10 pulls, then there's no more 10 pulls, and they can't win, and you pull another one out.
Right. And we do have a bunch of businesses and stuff did give gift cards and things like that to be given away. So,
Right, that's perfect.
which we just have to, again, so between now and the 24th, we will be amalgamating, like coming up with exactly what prizes do we have.
We need all the prizes, and we need, so business farm responses is all the ones that have filled out,
No, they could be both, in both exhibit or in the business farm.
and
The business farm will be the only ones that has, like, if they're giving, like, a gift card.
exhibit responses, there's only 3 in here.
Okay.
I'm just saying for all the ones we have to, you said there's like 42.
Yeah, there's only 3.
There's 3
Questions of
exhibitor.
42?
No, there's 3 exhibitor responses.
No, keep going down.
Literally, there's 3. Under exhibit, is it called something else? Is the point I was trying to get to.
No.
Only 3 are coming up on mine. Okay, there they are. No, my thing must have froze.
Okay. I was like, where did they go?
No, mine must have froze. So sometimes I can only get to M on in my drive, and I'm like, come on, I need more than M.
It's
Okay,
halfway there.
I have 43.
There we go. Oh, there's 43. Who's the number 43?
I don't know, but there's 43.
Oh, it's because the first thing is the labels.
Yeah.
That's all. I got excited, but somebody
Okay.
else.
So it's the two of them. It's that one and the other, or just that one?
Both of them. Both, because in theory the exhibitors are not for-profit things, though a couple people went in the wrong spot.
I know, in some are, I get that. I just want to know which ones I'm.
Yes.
Okay.
So the two, you're looking at the two Google form.
Okay.
So anyway, we will get all the prizes together. If anybody else has anything that you think would be prizable, well,
I have 2 books that are like 1,000 Ways to Save the Earth. Lana borrowed them a while ago.
That
I
could
have 2
be-
brand new copies.
I think that works. Yes, let's do it.
Instagram.
Yes. Did you talk to
Yes, I
Sherman about
did.
that?
Lisa said, Ms. Sherman said, fine. We need to write something up because they email to her. So it needs to, like, whether it's the subject line or, it must say,
Yeah,
get permission
directions.
to post this on
Yep.
Instagram, needs to be in it because she's just nervous that they're not going to, even
Yep.
though the whole point is send it to her to be on Instagram,
Okay.
that they're not going to realize it's actually going to be on Instagram.
And what are we asking them to do? Like, take a
So,
picture of them doing something earthy or sustainable, or
well,
the
we
pledge?
originally had said they had to make a pledge and
Right.
then send in a picture.
Right. So
Now,
what's the
it
picture?
doesn't have, like, it's our thing, so this could be given out on Earth Day,
Right.
and then they could have a different deadline,
Yeah.
and
Right.
we'll do a
We kind of-
random drawing on May
Right.
whatever from all the entries, and they will win a.
Would it be better to do it before so it kind of self-advertises?
It'd be
Earth
great,
Day?
except we're running out of time.
And brain space.
This is just to email the school.
Well, you have to make the pledge and send a picture of your child doing
And this is done at home.
said
Yes.
pledge.
So in
principal
order to make that
message?
happen, it would go in the principal message. She'd probably send it out as a blast, I think, too. Happily, it sounds like. But so we need the directions of what it is, how to do it, and do we need to also supply her with what she's sending back to anybody or anything like
She doesn't
that?
have to send
She doesn't have to
anything.
send anything back. Okay, so then
No,
that's
and just
it.
permission.
Yeah.
They send in, so I mean, if we could get it together and get it out
Right.
for Friday, that'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
that'd
Because
be
then you
super.
have spring break to do it,
Right.
and then we can pull the winner.
And it's that extra Earth Week, beforehand that we've always done. In
Yeah.
theory, that's the
Well,
And
I'm advertising Free Cycle right now in the principal message.
yeah.
Well, this would be her. She would we can write this up for her, and she could
Yeah, I
just.
think
This
she
is
would
a
use it.
separate.
This isn't
it's not
Green
Green
Teams.
Teams.
Right.
Okay.
This is sustainability
Yeah.
committee.
Okay. Sorry. It's just
Totally
similar
different.
people.
It's so different because
wrong
there's like a whole different group of people running that one.
Okay. All right. I
Um,
could draw something up and send it to Sherman for the principal messages this Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then it would be she just collects them, and we would
A draw.
draw it on.
And she posts them on Instagram. these
She posts
pictures.
them on Instagram.
And so I would say too, it doesn't have to be a picture of your child necessarily. I personally would never send a picture of my kids to be posted on social
Yeah,
media.
she can send it from the back. It's
No,
only
exactly,
on
that's
the
what I'm saying.
feature
It's-
Instagram. It's not.
I know, but I still wouldn't do that. And I think there's other people that have
Yeah,
that
so you
policy
send
too.
them from
so
the
it's
back.
so just say it doesn't have to be a picture of your kid's face.
But
It
the
can be
goal
like-
is to create buzz. The goal is to get.
Kids doing stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, so saying what do we want the pledge to be? I pledge to do something for Woodbridge this Earth Day, or what is the?
Not throw away the silverware at school.
That's
I
it.
have an example of something from the internet that I was going to give you guys if you wanted it. This
Sure.
is a paper pledge. And,
Okay.
So I
there you
can
have
see
it.
her.
Can you see it?
Libertarian
It's a big
pledge.
sheet of paper, and it has a little thing about I pledge to make whatever. If you want to use that, I can somehow give it to you. And it has a little insignia, but it's just an idea of different pledges you can have the kids do.
Well, I don't think they have to actually. We don't have to see the pledge.
But that would be cool too. that's what they're holding up or
Oh,
something
do
like
you
that.
want
It would be,
the printed?
you could
Yeah.
use this as the,
I'm just saying it can. It doesn't
as the
have to.
header.
No, I
And
don't want
then-
them to print it. I want them to write it on a piece of paper that says
And then
like, I
have people
pledge
sign
to.
underneath or whatever, but.
You know, like those dog shaming ones where it's like I ate the couch or something like that. That's what I want, except with kids.
Oh,
not
like
a
a
sheet.
whiteboard one.
Yeah.
Oh, cute.
You know, because that's what they can hold in front of their face
So,
if they
right,
don't have their face, or
right.
they can hold it here. But then again, they get the point across of what this is, and you see everybody's thing. And if it's like I pledge to
Right.
not use paper towels,
Could give you an idea.
and it gives you know, like then you see what everybody's doing.
Okay. When she
Without us having
sends
to give
stuff
them
out,
to do.
she can send a link to like a PDF or something, right?
Yeah, I think
Can
yes.
she send a link?
Yes, it will be, but the PDF will be at the bottom, and then somebody has to download. It's always like 3 clicks, which is annoying.
Just because, like, do we want to give a list of ideas?
People need ideas.
Right. So, hence, it needs to be something they can see. I have so little battery left here. There's got to be something already out there.
Here,
Oh, yay.
hold on. Actually, wait, let me do a little detangle. I've got a loop, and I can get you that much closer without my loop.
I'm sure somebody else wrote a list already.
There's gotta be a list of it. But yeah, I think
Maybe
that wouldn't that do
if
it.
we just do a Google Doc, I think that's even enough. Even like a
Yeah,
Even
anything,
if
but
the
I'm
link
just
is
looking
a
for
thread.
something for ideas.
right.
So
Yes.
we don't have
But
to
do you like
generate
that?
them
Do you
all
like
because
that?
I'm
Like holding
brain
a
dead.
thing. It can be
I
a.
do.
It can be a sign that they
think-
wrote. It can be a whiteboard.
I think I need Eli though as an example.
Yeah, I think so too. Yep.
In order to catch it when they're doom scrolling over this.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, that's cute.
Yeah, we can have a little example picture.
I don't know if I can.
Right. Where did our other assistants go, Alyssa? They would be good at this too.
Pledge to save water.
Yeah.
This is cute, and they're signing it. They put a big poster up at us, like I'm assuming a school,
That would be great too. That afterwards you could actually like
and they sign.
put them all.
But we could have that
Yeah.
at the green,
Yeah.
With that.
and then they sign it there.
Right. Well, you know, I was thinking that if we can ask the library to use their, you know, their big whiteboard. That when
Or,
the
or
entrance to the
like,
library.
you know,
Oh, yeah,
how you do the donations in the grocery store? They can stick it on a
Yes.
board.
Yep. All good ideas.
Take shorter showers, so we
Right.
can go through that 101 ways to save the earth and pull a bunch of things.
Yeah. So that's it. So again, if anybody has the things that could be prizes, you know, big, small, earthy, not earthy in some ways, many things fall under the like, well, if it's buy nothing, you know.
Well, if
it's-
it's
but don't make it too weird.
if it's you know, from something local.
Yes. Something, it's like something borrowed, something blue, something local, something.
But the goal is that they post on Instagram and they'll be entered into the pledge. Will
Yeah, so
enter
now
into a
do
drawing.
we want to give them a thing, or do we want to
They could get those nice,
let
bookmarks.
this be Ms. Sherman's thing and like
what do you mean?
lunch with Ms. Sherman? See if
Whatever she wants.
to
See
do
what she wants. If she doesn't want to have to do something else, then we can give a prize. If she wants her to be the prize, that's delightful too. A prize of it's the gift of time is much more sustainable than
Much more.
and
Maybe objects that are made from
Plus,
recycled.
Because it
Things
really
go
should
for
only be
wild
Beecher
amounts,
students because it's a Beecher website.
yes. And but that actually, honestly, like the going rate on the silent auction of lunch with her or anything with her, that's like
Is it? Hi?
it's like $300. That's what those go for. I know. My neighbor like got into a bidding war about it. I was like, this is wow. I didn't even know. I know. People there, you know, if you want, you want.
She's a hot commodity.
She is.
Let's do that.
So that's definitely more exciting, and it's a local thing. We're using our local resources. So absolutely try. If she doesn't want to, though, if she's too booked, and
Yep.
then we can figure something.
What
out.
about Sapia?
Or we
Is
can
he
make,
popular?
we can do it as they can
He
come to a
comes
meeting.
back tomorrow.
They can come to a meeting with us. That'll be the treat. Oh, which reminds me. By the way, we can't forget. We have to vote on our next meetings. All of our next meetings. That's like actually it's a mandatory agenda item for tonight.
Beej, are you going to talk to her tonight or tomorrow?
I'm emailing her right now.
Fabulous.
Okay. And then you will let me know if I should draft something for her to send a principal message.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that will
Well,
be
I still
fine
think
if
it'll
we're
be
done, so
separate.
we
Or
should kind
maybe
of.
both.
Separate, yeah. No,
So-
no. I'm gonna do a separate one. This
Yeah.
is gonna be separate. But I gotta get a photo ready.
Yeah.
Unless Alyssa, you kids are still awake.
I'm sorry, I popped off for a second. I'm not listening. What, say that again?
Are your kids? Are you putting photos of your kids online or not?
I do minimal, and it's not usually to public forums.
Okay. Then it'll have to be Eli.
Okay, I'm gonna just keep going so we
Yep,
get out of
go,
here
go,
sometime
go.
tonight. All right. In regards to promotion beyond Facebook and our newsletter, Leslie and Laura had made the list of news agencies and such that we can. The town is still saying we gave that for approval. They said okay. We just need to see any specific press releases that are going to go out. So we actually I got to make a press release unless anybody else really wanted to make a press release.
That's what they want, that's what the media
Yeah.
wants. is a press release.
So
Press release for what?
for Earth Day to go to
Or, yeah,
like
Official.
stations and stuff.
To radio station?
Yeah, and like media.
but this is WTNH, WFSB,
Make press releases.
YBC.
Here's a
You want me
favor.
to do it?
Do you want to?
I was gonna AI it.
that works for me. And then we just have to have it approved by the town.
Okay, I'll write it up. It's just a paragraph?
Yes, and also it has to include our sponsors. That's one of our promises about certain sponsors over a certain amount, which should probably be Nevco. If they do end up donating the beer, this is what's so tricky about this. If Nevco ends up donating the beer, they actually count. They're going to donate so much beer. They're going to count as like
Yeah.
but they'll count as a regular oak. And then Earth Forward Group is the charter oak. So those two, I think, have to be on any press releases that we send out.
And Diana?
Yeah.
If the media offers to do any coverage, like coverage, is that permissible?
I guess we'd have to check that with the town. So I think the first step is we'll write the press release, we'll send that to the town for approval. Then once that's approved, we'll send it out. If we get requests to do that, then we will let the town know and go from there. Does that sound good?
It's a paragraph,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's usually like a paragraph, and there might be like a picture. But it's like small. It's supposed to be like your elevator pitch, kind of.
Okay.
All right. We need to at some point, if anyone has some craftiness in them, we are going to need to make the signs that we need to make in the next couple weeks. Bathroom signs, water station signs, the different event areas like the EV car show, the tag sale. I would say like the farmers market, like sort of like the big, our corner stores or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, we need to
Anchor stores, that's what they're called.
figure out where everything is going
Yeah.
so we know what size signs are needed for said things.
Are we making
Do we have a list, like, of the signs?
Do we want them big? Do we want them
Well, I'm thinking.
well done, or do we want them child made?
Well,
Yeah, that's my question.
I mean, I guess there are certain things like I think that are just important to know, like where the bathrooms are and the water stations, those kinds of things. That those need to be clear. But we had said before that those can just be printed out, and
Right.
put on it. We can print them out on a regular 8x10 sheet of paper and then just put them on an H stake sign. I think because I have all of those from before. We can put those
I wonder if
on.
the town has anything like that. Because I know when they have events, they're movable
If the who?
signs.
the town
The
has
town.
any signs
Um,
in bathrooms.
So I know that I asked the library if they have them because they also, like when they do movies and so they have like a couple. They've got like the one like arrowish like one. There's like a couple things, but there's not.
Plan is who's around next week? Can we plan
I
to
know, like,
plot?
Yes.
And while we're plotting, after plotting, we can figure out what we need for signs. Because
Yeah.
if it's
Well, the signs will be plotted too in theory. Yeah.
yeah, because if it's just
Do it
8.5 by
together.
11, we just print them out, done.
Yeah.
If we want them on that bigger thing, I mean, we can print out on a little bigger paper as well.
I don't have any fancy.
They actually have that.
Do
Well,
do you-
fancy
do you have
lady.
access to
Yeah.
a big printer?
Not huge, but bigger than 8.5 by 11.
Okay. Well, anyway, so we'll figure that
Are
out.
we
Yeah.
hiring a volunteer
Are we getting a what?
for the signs, bleach?
Getting a what?
And I'm trying to see if, do we have a volunteer for signs?
Oh,
Yeah.
so
Well, we're saying we're gonna meet anybody who's around next week. If anybody wants to be part of this plotting, where all the tables are gonna go with our little like game pieces, we'll do that. And so anybody who wants to be involved in that part can do that.
all the printable, the bathroom signs, those,
Then we'll figure out how many
Yeah, we'll-
how many of those signs we need, which will inform
and
how
I'll
many
print
we
them.
need. Yeah.
Beecher will let me print those, and I'll print those at Beecher. Then if we want bigger ones that says farmer's market or something, that's the question. Do we want that
Like
on?
Fix It Fair, like bigger.
Yeah, what do we want that on? And do we want that neat professional looking, or do we want that kid?
I feel like this is a professional thing.
I do
like
too.
This isn't like
Yeah.
it's not at the school. You know, like
Right, I do too, but I'm
so-
checking because I'm not the one.
Yeah, no, I would
I'm not
vote.
one
All of
vote.
our other things have obviously been beautiful now. So
What? cardboard
Access
signs.
laminating at the school?
say that again, Leslie.
Laminating, are you able to do
We
any
can if it's looking like it's gonna be drizzly weather. Otherwise, you can't recycle them. So if it's a nice day, if it's falling for a nice day, we might not want to laminate them.
Yeah, right.
You know, and even drizzly, like it's for so many hours. Like
Well, unless there's certain things like the free cycle, or things that we are planning on doing that we would do again, you know, then we can decide at that
it's
point.
still, it's not even worth it.
The
Do we have all the
file
boxes
folder
that we use
hung
for
up
free
at
cycle or
the,
do you mind?
you
I
know,
probably
that
need yours,
dinky
but so
little
let's figure it out.
bulletin board near the mailbox in front of town hall. I put the flyer into a file folder, a clear
Yeah,
file.
that's what I did with the ones that I put on the
Yeah, and we can
chargers, too.
do, so that we can just do last minute
Yeah.
if it's needed, but most weather you don't, because if it's raining,
Yeah.
it's inside anyway.
Sure.
Okay, so that's good with the signs. We'll work on
Wait,
those.
but how are we making the big signs if you want them professional looking? We're ordering
Well, so
No,
we gotta
we can't
figure out
order
about
those.
how big,
Well, they take too long. Like, you know, we won't.
But how are
and
we
we
gonna
might
make
be
them?
able to, so the paper is about, you know, there's this legal, then there's this,
Yeah.
11 by
17.
17. I'll check the copiers and see how big we can go,
Okay. Again, we
because it's
want these
just
to
for
be-
those few,
and we
but
want this to
11
be
by
clear
17 isn't that, because I did the ones for SEP,
Mhm.
I do on like 11 by 17, and then I put them on the,
We can also, I was thinking,
Two
like, I
things.
have a bunch of the shepherd's hooks that I use for my, like, we can use that if we want to hang stuff higher, or we have the H things for the lower ones, but I don't want, you know,
yeah,
sometimes people
but I
don't
think
look down
11
on
by
it.
17 is, if you fill the space, it's bigger than you think.
Mhm.
It's when you
I also
have a lot of weight around it,
thing
it's not.
at work, like that I made the Woodbridge, the sustainability committee thing for in the fall. Like if it's on an 8.5 by 11, then it scans it and it makes it into a giant poster size. It's just single color is the only limitation.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
That's
it's
cool.
black only, right?
It's right now the colors they have are black, like green, which is what I made that. I still have the sustainability sign too for
Okay.
Leslie and Laura's table. And then I think there's blue and maybe red, but they're muted. They're not. The green would be fine though, or the black would be sufficient.
Yeah. And you know, we can always
That's exciting.
take a fat black marker and drop a shadow on it. Make it like kind of 3D if it needs to pop a little bit.
That would work.
Okay.
I just
I
looking
could
at
possibly
those-
get Ms. Gomes, Lucille, or Linda to make signs too.
Just a question that someone did ask me, and I just throw these things at you guys because I don't know what to say. A sticky wicket. Are we required to have a first aid center?
We have a EMS.
But I mean, like if somebody falls and needs a Band-Aid, they're bleeding, we have to go to EMS? Send them to EMS? Or, I know a lot of times I've been to fairs and there are people off to the side, like, you know, just in case of emergency,
Well, where the EMS is just right? Here.
Right, it's right there in the parking lot, and you know, I would presume they could, you know, they're not going to take you by ambulance to the hospital for like
Right,
a cut. They're going to
right.
give you a
No, no,
Band-Aid,
no,
just
I
like
mean-
Yeah, but put it on the list of.
I mean,
verify.
are we required to have anything per se?
no,
Okay.
no. For everybody that I've checked with on all the other things, like when I did check with the police department on was it okay to cut out there, like I said, and the EMS would be there, and they're like, oh yes, and that's what you know, like that's what they're equipped for. I think that's what happens during the concerts and stuff too, which I think is the closest parallel to this. So.
Oh, hold on.
Okay.
I have another news, but let me just respond to her and then I'll tell you about my other thing.
Is it?
It's Free Cycle.
Okay. For volunteers, again, ask anyone you know who you feel is nice and responsible and wants to come. They can come for any part of this, whole thing, half thing, any of it. We'll take anybody, anytime. Does anybody else have lanyards? I've collected all the lanyards in my house. I think I have like 20 of them or something, but we may need more than that. I don't know.
I can ask at school, but they usually don't.
No, I have some. I don't have 20, but I have some.
Just because I want to be able to give all the volunteers the lanyards that say like their name and
Ask me.
about whatever. And that will also give them access to free ice cream. More important.
We can put that on by nothing.
Yeah.
So, Free Cycle, although I have the South Assembly and hopefully
Oh yes.
they actually did it correctly, and I can't guarantee that they did, that it's blocked out for the whole week, all day long. I keep asking, but it's, you know, too many people use spaces.
It's not. It's going to be for drop off or pick up. Or
Oh, well, it's
whatever.
gonna be used for that. But there are no tables because the book fair is going on all week. And normally they
Oh, this
end the
happened
book
before.
fair on Friday. Sometimes they don't even have it on Friday.
Right.
And when they do, they end it at noon. They were doing it till 2:30.
Of course they are.
So, bad news, Mag wasn't able to get the times we wanted, which is per usual. But good news, no one had signed up for the afternoon on Friday because there's no books left.
Good.
So I
We need the tables.
I
No tables
blacked
left.
out from 12:10 on. PTO said fine, they're okay with it. And I will let the facilities know they need to take those tables and get them down south.
ASAP.
Yeah, like
Hey,
by
Helen,
4.
Uh-huh.
I do have to drop off at 7:30. I have
Okay.
to pick up a friend, so just
So,
letting you guys know. I'm gonna send you the notes in
Alright.
case if you guys continue, then somebody can pick
I
that
can
up.
pick them up from there. Don't worry. We don't have too
Thank
much
you.
more to get through. But wait, actually, before you go, we need to. Well, no, I guess we don't. If you're resigning, I guess you don't need to vote on the minutes. Or like
What?
meetings. I was gonna say we need to vote on the meetings, but I guess you don't. If you're not gonna be at them.
Yeah,
Perhaps you don't care when we're meeting without you.
yeah, I do, but
Yeah, you feel
still,
very strongly about when we meet.
I think we still, I would like somebody to finish today's notes also.
I will.
Unfortunately, I'm in
Don't
New
worry.
York City and a friend is coming, so I got
No
to
worries.
pick her up.
Thank you. Thank you for being part of it, and we will miss you and enjoy all the wedding.
Yeah, we'll miss you.
I'm traveling.
we'll miss you very much.
Come back
Yes,
anytime.
I'll miss you guys too. Bye.
Okay.
Be safe.
Alright, I think that's all Earth Day related specifically. The last thing, I guess, for Earth Day and also moving forward is we're still trying to figure out the process with the trash for Earth Day. So having the trash, recycling, compost. And worst comes to worst, we just get receptacles and we put them out there and we label them clearly and we put volunteers near them. I mean, that's that we can do no matter what. Whether or not that compost is going anywhere else other than my chickens is another story. So, for the food waste diversion survey that we put out before, we're up to like 132 or something of responses. For the compost barrels and such, of the selling, 8 items have sold total to 5 people. And then the Blue Earth sign up that we just put out there, we're not endorsing it, we're just offering it as an option for people who were interested in it. 9 people have signed up for that. 50 have to sign up for it to work, for it to actually move forward. But we were able to troubleshoot some bugs in their system. Because,
Alyssa, do you know of your friends, the ones from the pool club that were interested in composting? Do you know if they?
I don't know if they signed up or not. But I can definitely put a feeler out to the group of neighbors that I have that have been interested. See if anyone.
Yeah,
signed up.
we should keep pushing, or not pushing it. I know that sounds strange and endorsey, but keep offering it as an option. Again, it doesn't move forward unless there's 50. So, and we're at 9, so it's a lot to go.
Yeah.
Should we email the compost from the survey, the ones that were interested?
Right. So we can email all those people that left their email. We can also email the list of people who sent in their email. I would say we actually need to create a newsletter database kind of like right now that's going to include the list from the town hall that they got when they sent out their update on sustainability and people actually sent the thing back. So I have that. Then we have the list that's from the survey. It might be duplicated. They might be a lot of the same people. That's okay. And then hopefully we'll get a lot more on Earth Day too, of people signing up. But yeah, so we could certainly send out Blue Earth specifically to those people.
I could do that on our handy dandy email. The new email account. Alright.
Oh, that is the other thing. Everyone, because it was getting weird that I'm sending out all this from my personal email, but then I was sometimes sending it out from like the Green Team email that I use, and that was also still weird. So I made a Woodbridge Earth Day at gmail.org. No, not .org, sorry, at gmail.com. It's a website that's .org. I told you my brain was gone already. So that's what we've sent out the thank yous for Woodbridge Earth Day from, is the Woodbridge Earth Day email, making it so that it's not a personal thing. So Lana was able to do that without it being weird that it was from her personal email. So that was good. And then the other thing that I wanted to do is following the example set by our fine colleagues in Bethany, is their email for their sustainability committee is sustainablebethany@gmail.com. So I made I haven't used it at all for anything, but I did make Sustainable Woodbridge at Gmail at the moment, so that should we have anything that we want to not be individuals for, such as like posting in Woodbridge Town News that I was just using the Woodbridge Compost because at least it sounded cooler than any of us individually, that we can use that for.
Well, should the Blue Earth advertising then, should that really come from Sustainable Woodbridge?
It can, as long as we are just clear that we are not endorsing it. Like, so the same, did you see the, when I posted it on Facebook, I sort of had to give a little preface, and that was actually at the request, because somebody thought I was advertising for my own business, and they deleted me, and I was like, I don't even have anything to do with this. I can't tell you how much this is not my own business. Like,
Okay.
So, and they were like, oh, I'm sorry, you can post it again, just, you know, if you can make that clear. I was like, I'm happy to. So, as long as we still have something like that. That says, like, especially if we're preaching to the choir here, we're giving it to people who specifically ask and be like, because you were interested in this, here's an opportunity. Again, we're not endorsing it, but, and the majority of what I posted came from Blue Earth anyway. Like, I only did the top part. I didn't actually write anything. That is that. The lecture series, by the way, reminder for everyone, the Mazzaro Bird Walk is the 20th, if anybody wants to go to that, 9 o'clock in the morning. You do have to RSVP, though. I know, we had said before that we had the idea to do the Trails of Woodbridge for May for our, like, lecture thing. Are we still doing that? Who was going to do a thing on the Trails of Woodbridge? I feel like that was a Diana idea. Okay. Photo. And then June was going to be how to get to net zero. Also a Diana idea. Alyssa, thank you for doing the Woodbridge Town News article for the month. A wonderful promo of our beautiful event that is coming up. It's like the first thing you see actually when you go to the Woodbridge Town News, which is great.
I'm just glad they printed the right one because if I would have waited till Monday, they would have printed the wrong one because they printed it that evening. Like,
Yes,
up there.
it's good. It's the right one.
Your version made it up.
Yes. Let's see. So that I was thinking, do we also want to send that out to, you know, when we do this, when we have this database of emails, do we send out whatever we're sending to Woodbridge Town News to those people as like a newsletter? I
I
guess
think
the
we wait
question.
till Earth Day to figure out a newsletter.
Okay.
Because I want to.
Right, I do think we need to be thoughtful about this
Yes.
because one, you don't want
Don't
to
spam
make these
people.
people unsubscribe real quick. So how often? What is the content that they want? You know, that we want to give them. So have that in the back of your mind. What is the stuff that people want? Do they just want random tips? Do they want? Here's what we're doing. I don't know. Because actually, you know, once Earth Day rolls around, after we do a post-mortem on it and decide what was good and what was bad, and et cetera, then we gotta get rolling onto sustainable CT. Like, there's no rest for the weary here. Alright, and then, so we have reached the end of everything I had at least, so now we need to vote on the meetings for the rest of the year is what I was instructed. So we need to have specific meetings so that we're not considered special meetings at all. So, I know Wednesday was the day that worked for everybody in the past. Is that still true?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
They're all equally crazy.
Wednesday's no worse than any other day?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I work, but that's okay.
Okay. Do we have a preference? I think the way that they like to do it is like the first Wednesday, the second Wednesday, the third Wednesday. Does anybody have a particular Wednesday that makes them happy or less happy?
Are we doing 2 a month?
I don't think we can. I think we have to go back to the 1. The 2 a month was to prep for Earth Day, specifically. I would say perhaps we'll have better luck with attendance if we go back to the 1 per month. And I guess maybe we just do better in terms of assigning like subgroups to fill out portions. Actually, a lot of the sustainable CT stuff is going to have to be really working with the whole town hall and the different departments and the different committees of everybody doing parts of it, because it's not something we can even do all ourselves. It's really has to be delegated, and I think we're going to need a lot of.
Let's do the first Wednesday of every month. Then.
Is that going to start in May? Because then that means we're coming right in,
May
which
1st.
is not a bad idea.
Right. I
Right.
think we need to do a
May
postmortem
1st.
fresh.
Yep,
And then,
little May Day celebration.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Does that work for everybody? May 1st, so then it would be like May 1st and June 5th and July 3rd, August 7th, September 4th. None of these happen to fall on anything like
I know. I think it's good.
Wednesday, October 2nd is Rosh Hashanah Eve, if anyone celebrates.
I do, but no. I might sneak and come in anywhere. It's alright.
Okay. You decide on what works for you. If we will miss you a day if we have to. The November 6th, December 4th, these all seem like, you know, they don't fall on
Right.
Christmas.
big, no, or like, they also, I have all the town meetings on, like, the housing committee has a thing on the same, I must also have the first Wednesday, but it's not like this where we're constantly like, oh wait, which room are we in? You know, I think there doesn't seem to be an overload of meetings.
January
on
1st, 2025 is probably the hard one.
Well, that's okay, because we only have to do it for the rest of this year.
Oh,
The calendar.
okay. Great. So let's do
Some
that.
committees take a hiatus around holidays.
Right.
Or
Right.
sometimes summer, you know, I'm just,
Yes, I know last year we did did we? Oh no, did we not end up? I don't know. I know that's been talked before of like for the summer, do we do less because people are away or what's the situation? We can figure it out, and if we continue to do this like hybrid and stuff, or we can decide it case by case. But so now we're down to 8 members, so we need at least 4 for a quorum, down from the 5. So, so we can figure that out. All right, I will tell them first Wednesday of every month. Fantastic. All right. Anything else from anyone? New business, old business.
Should we add an extra meeting or not for Earth Day for this month?
Well, there's the 24th.
We are?
Yeah. Our next meeting is the 24th.
Okay.
Surprise!
That's okay. Other people didn't have it either. Somebody else asked the same thing. Might have.
Yeah, I can't do that one.
Aha! That's why you didn't have it on your calendar, huh?
Eli's birthday.
Oh boy. You know, could you have planned this better 8 years ago?
I wasn't thinking.
Yeah, you wasn't thinking it 8 years ahead of time.
Earth Day celebration was that week.
Should have known.
No.
It's on me. I own it.
All right. Anybody else? Leslie, Alyssa? Nothing.
I'm a little brain dead.
Yeah,
I'm a little brain dead.
I'm gonna tell you about my night last night before you started texting, and then you're in book.
Thank you for all you do. You really do have the weight of the good earth in your shoulders.
Good Earth.
Everybody is doing a great job, and it's good. And I'm hoping, I think this event is going to be really great. It just all has to come together, and mostly, I think it's going to. I think we've actually, between all of us, one, we've got a lot of great people on our committee, but also we also like know, we've been able to identify and like pull in good people to help at different parts. Like, and there's a lot. I'm really excited about the exhibits. I highly recommend. I think everybody does have access to the spreadsheet with the exhibit list. Like, just go in and peek at them and see the different. It's such a big variation of what people are doing, and it's going to be very, very exciting. So, it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good.
We just have to figure out where all the tables are going.
And that's a lot of tables.
It is a lot of tables.
That we don't have.
No, well,
We'll make it work.
we're gonna make it work. If I do have a bunch of like IKEA tables. Okay, yeah. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second.
Sure.
Night, ladies. Thank you.